So it's Tuesday the 24th of November 2020 and tonight is the Great British Bake Off Finals. So that's why I'm here down at the little farm at 7 o'clock at night. I'm actually rejigging the cold frame. By popular demand, the unconventional way that it lifted forwards instead of lifting up backwards didn't go down too well with a lot of you. And I can see the points to it. There's a reason, I suppose, why they do go back. So I'm just rejigging it. I'm also going to be putting a couple of shelves inside it for when the time comes to get some plants in it. So that's what we're doing tonight. But first I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. In fact, I'm not. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to have a Kenco coffee. Kenco Rich tonight for a change, just while I'm charging up my jigsaw battery. I need a new blade for that jigsaw as well. It's not the best. Anyway, that roof's been reversed, the flap. They're more aesthetically pleasing as well, aren't they, when they go the right way, I suppose. It was worth a punt. I've turned it round because somebody rightly said that when it does rain, if it opens that way, the rain's going to get in and what have you. And I suppose that's right. But anyway, I think it looks better that way, the way it is now. Just need to get another strip of sort of half-inch pallet wood, just to fill that gap at the front there. If you look, there's a gap because it needs to slot in. So it needs a half-inch strip of pallet wood or something just to fill that gap from where this is to where that meets, so it'll fill that up, you know what I mean, going across. But apart from that, it's happy days. Doesn't stay up on its own now though, going that way. Gonna have to get some something sorted out with that, some bracing. People rightly pointed out that it's where it hits a knot. That's that jigsaw blade's knackered. I need another jigsaw blade. But because I'm an impetuous fool, like all men are, I just thought I'd try it with that. That saw's absolutely blunt as well, totally blunt. It's like a butter knife. So to get your knife straight, you see the knot? It's kinked it out there, where I hit the knot. A bad workman, boys and girls, always blames his tools, but if you look at that side, that's fine. But that side, he's wonky and winky, and I nearly said the other word then. Beginning with W. So yeah, I need to get that sorted out. I need to get something put in there. But what I'm trying to do is get some shelves put inside here. So we'll try and crack on with that. Now I've still got the 2B1. I've got some length of 2B1. So I'll just show you what I intend. In fact, I'll just do it so you can see what the score is. Okay, so what we've done is we've put basically the supports, or the brackets, if you like, for the shelves that we're going to put in. Now, as the plants are first installed into here in springtime, they're going to be quite small, so the pots are going to be 3 inches, or even less if it's just the cells that we're putting in there, and the plants themselves are going to be about another 2 or 3 inches. So as we put those into there, on the shelves, as they grow from little seedlings up to hitting the glass, we want to be able to let them carry on growing. So I'm going to put a shelf in there so they can get to the top and they can easily get to the light, and then another one down below there, so they can carry on and get up towards hitting the glass again before they go outside. You can use these just for lettuces and salad greens and stuff, and they'll grow quite short and stocky, so you can start them off there and leave them in here to continue on growing. You know, whatever you want to do. As I say, this is it's not even a 2 foot by 2 foot one, this one, but I've measured up from the bottom, from the base. That one just was sitting on the table, and I've measured up from the base 9 inches. So that'll be 9 inches. It's 18 inches high altogether. That's sat at 9 inches. the top shelf. The bottom shelf sat at 2 inches from the bottom, and like I say, we're 18 inches high at the back and 14 inches high at the front there. So yeah, we'll have enough space for what our needs require. I've just got to get some shelves in there. Now, Magic Mix gave us these. He had them in his polytunnel. Sorry about the brightness. I've increased the brightness because it's quite dark inside the box. In fact, I'll decrease the brightness. I can do. Look how smart my phone is. Decrease the brightness a little bit for you there. These are fine, but they're not the right size. They need to be trimmed down. Now, luckily, I've got some tin snips that I can use. So all I'm going to do is see where it lands, and it seems like I can fit it in, I think, around about there. So if I trim those, if I trim that off about there with the tin snips, then that should be fine. That should be all right. That. So I'll do that. Is that going to work out okay? Yeah, I think it will. Pretty sure it will. We'll get it in. Okay. As I've snipped them down with the tin snips, so the shelves have got a bit of a lip on front and back. But just for illustration purposes, I've put that down there. A box of screws, just to show you what it's like with something in it, basically. Put that on there as well. Now, that might be, or it might not be, sturdy enough. It's quite thin, that wire. So if it's not, we'll just get thicker wire. We'll get some thicker cage wire and put that in. Maybe even attach it to some of this 2x1. Slot it in as a shelf. But that's all we're looking for. We're looking for the shelf. So there's a shelf at the bottom and the shelf at the top. So as the plants grow, they'll be growing on this top shelf first, and then we will take that out, and they can grow on down there below. I'll turn that up. That needs turning over, actually, doesn't it? We'll turn that over. That's a bit of a tricky one because of that there, you see. So let me see if I can get it from this side. I have to bend it a little bit just to get it out. It doesn't deform it really, but you'll have to bend it a little bit to get it out. Making a hash brown again of this, aren't I, boys and girls? We'll get it in. We'll get it in. It'll be alright. One-handed he'll do it, this lad. Do it one-handed for you. This. And get that in there. That should effectively go down into that gap. Yeah. Like that. So yeah, once they're grown up there, they can go on to the... What I can do, really, I could make like a lattice thing or whatever, you know, like a lattice shelf. To go in there instead. Just using 1/2 inch by 1 inch or something like that. Going across. And there you go, Bob's your uncle. I like it, I think it's alright. But that's what you need, I think, that you need to get them, when they're little plants, you can have them up here, so all the sunlight, here, let's see if we can sort this out. It's being hung on by my head torch, that. Go down like that, and then the top shelf's going to be there, and they're going to grow there, starting off the lives. After about 4 weeks, take them out, take that tray out, and drop it down into the bottom shelf and let them carry on growing until you're happy with them. You can eat them, or you can plant them out if you're intending to plant them out further. If you want to just grow on bigger plants, bigger, sturdier plants, then jobs are good. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Great British Bake Off. I don't know what time it is now, but I reckon it's probably about 8 o'clock. I don't know what time it finishes, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to have another cup of coffee before I set off back home. You know what I mean? I've been Guru MURPHINDA. You've been fantastic, beautiful, fragrant, and fabulous as always. And I'll see you tomorrow for a big day. We're going to get lots and lots of things done. All those paths up there are all going to be they're all going to be paved tomorrow. If God's in his heaven, if it doesn't pee down, they're all going to be paved tomorrow. If not, we're going to be planting on all the rest of our brassicas and maybe planting them out into the ground outside as well, because I want to get 12 outside, 12 to 16 planted outside, and then the rest of the brassicas, our baby plants, are going to be carrying on growing inside either the greenhouses or the polytunnel. So I'll see you then. All right, take care, boys and girls. Mwah! Take care of each other and yourselves in these harsh times. Bye bye now. Ta-da.